folks, Bob Dale for Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi. You know, folks, we've sold hundreds and hundreds and thousands of trucks on the internet over the past few years, diesel trucks. I didn't mean hundreds of thousands, I said hundreds and thousands. We've sold several thousand. Every once in a while, one of these old trucks just jumps out at you, folks. And, no matter how inured you get to it and how they become commonplace, every once in a while one of them will just go, golly, look at me. It's the kind of truck we're going to list here in just a few moments. We're going to show you. It's absolutely an astonishingly good looking truck. It's a 2005 Ford F250 turbo diesel 4-wheel drive Lariat package. Got everything you can picture in it, folks. Got a little over 200,000 miles, but this truck was just traded in at a local dealership. It has been bulletproofed. Everything you can do to this engine has been done to it. You don't have to worry about it. I'd rather have this engine as one of these new ones, now as kinky as they are, after all this work's been done to it. But this is a beautiful truck. Everything about it is just right. Here it sits. It's got 37-inch tires. It's got 20-inch wheels. God knows what those wheels cost. Down the side's perfect. Got a toolbox on it. The windshield doesn't have any pecks or any of that. The interior is immaculate. It's got a 3 or 4 inch lift kit on it. And come here, look. It's got an expensive lift kit. See all this hardware?
It's at least 3 or 4 inches. They've even added braided brake lines. You can see the different springs and shocks, and it's got dual steering stabilizers.
You see there's no rust up under there, folks. It's a local truck.
And it's not caked with mud underneath. I mean, when somebody lifts one of these to go mud riding, they get mud in places you can't get rid of. But
I'm going to show you where they get it. F250 Super Duty Lariat here, folks. But I want you to look at it. You won't find a pretty... Right here is where you'll find it, folks. See all down in here? This was somebody's toy, and that's all it was. It's immaculate. The headliner's beautiful. The leather's perfect. Look at the power. Not trying to hide a thing. Look at the carpets. Windows, door locks, tilt, cruise.
It's got a Sony stereo. It's got some kind of, what's this, carbon fiber? I don't know.
Now, I don't know, folks, how it's going to show up in this video, because they get shadows and sometimes people go, golly bum, what's wrong with the headliner? And we look at it and we go look in the truck. This headliner is beautiful. It looks just as good as these seats and these carpets do. But look in here. Come over here and do this side. Look at there. I mean, not a speck of anything. This was somebody's fun truck that they built up and traded in, gonna start building them another one, I guess.
These seats fold up, and you got this that folds out, makes a flat floor. You can see underneath the mats, no stains, no dirt, no nastiness.
There's no pecks on it.
No rust in the cab corner.
No rock pecks. Look here. That shows you no paint work. Hadn't had any and doesn't need any.
Even got the spare.
This truck wasn't a whole lot nicer the day it left the showroom, folks. Let me see if I can look at the bed. Not beat up. Tractor Supply toolbox. That don't seem like much until you want one and you go out there to buy it and they want $700,000, $800,000 for one. They are expensive.
You can see
spare.
I don't. It looks to be perfect.
No mud. So you can look down the side here. Now hold on. Here's a little rock peck right here, and beyond that, folks, there's just not one on it. And also, see your mufflers all down in here. If the people have been out mud riding, showing out, there's mud and they're stained and all that. When you see a truck like this, you better buy it, folks, because gosh knows what someone spent on this truck. It was a bunch. I wonder if you went power on both sides. See here it works. Expensive floor mats. Look at the carpet. Here's all your books in it. Look down in here how clean that is. You can't get that out.
Checking this book.
Okay, you want me to open?
Got all the manuals, diesel manual. See, even got the little Ford roadside assistance card, all that good stuff, and the spare tire keys in it, which a lot of times it's not.
I wonder what it'd take to buy a brand new truck like this and set it up like this. 100 grand, you know.
Well, you buy the flares and have them painted. You buy the wheels, the tires, the lift kit. I mean,
now that might not be the tires I'd buy, folks. I mean the wheels. That might not be the ones I'd select. It might not be the ones you'd select. But let me tell you, they are pretty and they cost some money. Someone paid some money for those wheels and tires. This truck has a beautiful stance. It looks good. When I pulled up in here to the lot, Dan had driven it up. I said, golly, what a truck. That's a truck right there. And a beautiful truck. Nothing prettier to me than a white truck standing up with all that chrome on it. If you have any questions about this truck, we're going to have it, we're going to list it with a low reserve, folks. If you have any question about it, call Dan at 601-720-2857. 601-720-2857. If you have any questions about it, or if you want to know what it takes to buy it, or what the reserve is, we'll be glad to tell you that. Have you bid, we'll kill the sale and sell it to you. If you can't get him on the phone because he's a lawyer and sometimes fails to answer his phone, give me a call. My name's Bob, I'm his father, 601-218-1223, and I'll get you all together. But I promise you, we listed a truck earlier today. I promise you, before you bid on this truck or ask questions, look around eBay and see if you can find one that looks anywhere remotely like this. And if you can, buy it. And if you don't want to buy it, call me and I'll buy it. Because this is as pretty a truck as you can find. Don't care where you look. And you know that old deal, well, my cousin bought one like it. No, he didn't. He didn't buy one this pretty. This truck's perfect inside and out. It's a 2005 F250 turbo diesel Lariat. Everything that can be done is done to the engine. The spares under it, a matching set of tires, a god-awful expensive set of wheels. It's got a lift kit, a really high-dollar expensive lift kit. The interior is immaculate. Everything about this truck is just right. The best part about it is, though, folks, all the depreciation's out of it. Based on what we're selling them for and seeing other people sell, this truck will be worth whatever you give for it 5 years from now. It may cost you $50 a month, $75 a month of depreciation. Go buy you a new truck like this, and it'll be about $70,000. Spend another $30 on it and sell it in 5 years, and you'll lose about $60,000 or $70,000. That's the difference. And a new truck won't look or smell any better than this one for about 3 days is all, folks. This is a great truck. A really fixed up, standing tall 2005 F250 turbo diesel Lariat. It's a great truck. If you're looking for one, you need to pay attention to this one, folks. We appreciate you watching our video. Thank you so much for that. Look forward to visiting with you and seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thanks.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. But before I do, just want to show you under the hood. Alternator's been replaced. You can see these are the 3-year free replacement Walmart batteries. I think they got about nearly a couple years left on them, or a year and a half, something like that. Anyway, they're hot. They fire it right up. Radiator's been changed. EGR's been deleted. Oil cooler's been replaced. Now, after I bought this truck, I was assured that it's been bulletproof. That's what they told me. But that's one of those things you can't really see to tell. But all I know is it doesn't use any water, it doesn't get hot, it doesn't do anything weird. It's a good running truck. You can see from under the hood how clean it is. We don't clean under hoods. This is just how it came into us. So you can tell they haven't been mud bogging in it or anything. Doesn't even have even a wisp of smoke, not even a wisp, although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not chuffing, but no smoke. But more importantly, you can see I set the oil fill cap down on the filler tube, doesn't blow off. If it blows off, that means you got engine compression getting past your piston rings into the crankcase, means you got a wore out motor. Upon further reflection and inspection, we're thinking this is more like a 6-inch lift than a 3-inch. So just something to keep in mind. Now we'll hop in and take it around the block. Okay, now we're going, folks. You'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may look a little shaky, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. A lot of these trucks you see with lift kits, they'll just bounce your fillings out of your teeth, but this one rides smooth. It's an expensive lift kit. It's a high-end lift kit. It's not just some homemade bunch of spacers stuck under the springs. They did it right. Like I said, we were told all the stuff has been done to the engine. Of course, we can tell the EGR cooler's been done, deleted, I should say. And from the exhaust and oil temperature spread, we can tell that the oil cooler's fairly recent. I would say, if not new, you know, within the last year or so, because the temps are right where they should be on one that's had the oil cooler recently replaced. So nothing to worry about there. Got a Sony AM/FM stereo, got the power sliding rear window, electronic shift transfer case, got your overhead console. One thing you can take away from all these bumps and stuff I'm running over is that this truck does not have any squeaks or rattles. So it's tight, and that's a good thing too. It's even got a sticker where it's got a fresh oil change. So whoever had it, they've been taking care of it. It's not beat up. Like I said, it doesn't have any signs of abuse. Doesn't pull to the left or right. Doesn't make any weird noises going down the road. Doesn't pull or vibrate when you hit the brakes. The only thing I'll critique about the drive on this truck is that this steering wheel, and it may be my imagination, the steering wheel may be just a tiny hair to the left. And I mean, well, hang on. No, I'm wrong. It's just my imagination going around them curves just straight. But anyway, you can see no warning lights on. Got the automatic headlights and fog lights. All that's fully automatic. Power mirrors, power windows, locks. It's got a nice little steering wheel cover on it. Windshield, absolutely no cracks, no rock pecks. Obviously it's been replaced at some point because otherwise it would have some being down here. One thing you can't tell in the video is just how tight this truck is and how responsive it is. A lot of times you get these diesel engines with some miles and the variable vanes in the turbo will get stuck, and those variable vanes are designed to give you better throttle response. So you get the benefits of a small turbo at low speeds with instant boost and the power of a big turbo at higher RPMs when you need it. Well, when they get older, those vanes stick, and then you may give it throttle and it takes 3 or 4 seconds before the boost kicks in. But in this truck, as soon as you hit the fuel, it goes. There's no lag. It's very responsive. There's no exhaust leaks. It doesn't have that extra diesel-y sound when you give it gas that a lot of these trucks develop. Once you start getting exhaust leaks, they'll have that extra sound. This one doesn't have. Got a little bit of tire noise. Ain't no more than you would expect for these big tires. It's really actually less than you would expect from tires like this. So it's not bad at all, as you can tell in the video. I mean, you can barely hear them, but goes down the road just like it should. This truck fires right up, runs perfect hot or cold. no cold start issues, and whether you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a Power Stroke diesel run cold. That's just something, if they're going to act up, if they got injector issues or anything, they'll do it cold. You know, I take it back again, it is just a tiny hair to the left. And we used to try and get that fixed, but all the alignment shops around us, if I tell them the steering wheel's cocked to the right and it's not pulling and straightening it, it'll be pulling to the left by the time they get done. I mean, they ain't got no sense. So just plan, if you buy it, if it bugs you for it to be just a tiny hair off, then you'll spend $70 or $80 to get you an alignment, because nobody around here can do it right. So just FYI, it's really not enough to bother you, but we try and nitpick these trucks we list, because we're not going to risk bad feedback over a $50 part or a rot peck or something. If it's got a problem, or cosmetically or whatever, we do our best to find all of them and point them out, because we know most of our customers are buying sight unseen. The vast majority of our customers are from up north, and they buy from us because, well, first of all, we got good prices, but second of all, because our trucks are rust free. So that being said, if you want to fly and drive this home, you can. I would not hesitate to go anywhere in it. We'll pick you up at the airport, come back to our office, do all the paperwork, feedback and stuff, make it a smooth deal. Or we also understand not everybody's got time to fly in, spend a few days on a road trip, so we can ship it for you. And by that meaning we can arrange the shipping now. All you do is pay the truck driver when he drops it off. You don't pay us anything. We don't make any money off of it. If you get online and look around at these shipping companies that give you calculators how much it'll cost, don't let that worry you, because odds are we can save you as much as half off, because most of these guys, they don't have their own fleet of trucks and all that. What they've got is access to this one website that all these independent drivers use, and they just charge you several $100s and post it on there. Well, we post it on there for you and don't charge you anything. So you pay what you pay the driver is the actual shipping cost, which is going to save you a few $100 right off the bat, and probably more in the end. And if you're anywhere near Atlanta or Dallas or pretty much anywhere in Florida, we can save you a lot of money. So if you're interested in that, give me a call, shoot me a text or email with your zip code, and I can get you a good ballpark quote on shipping within $100 or so, I can tell you. And if you're not in a hurry, then can save you even more, and just wait on a truck that's got an empty spot that's headed your way that wants to make a deal. So like I said, anyway, the basic point is we can get you a great deal on shipping. So just let us know if you're interested, or if you'd rather arrange the shipping yourself, that's fine too. Not a problem. You can see the stereo comes with a remote control, which is nice. No cracks in the dash, no cigarette holes or anything in the headliner. Goes down the road just like it should. I just set the cruise, a little light came on, got the cruise on. I just turned it off. You can see we've been driving nearly 10 minutes. No warning lights lit on the dash. And you know, it's easy to kill a light and take a picture and say, I know lights, but if you don't fix the problem, as soon as you start driving it, the light's going to come back on. So that's why we like to show the dash after we've been driving it a while, so you can see that there's no warning lights lit, and just one less thing you have to worry about. I'll give it a little throttle. It boosts right up, runs great. You know, the thing about these 6.0s is once you've deleted the EGR cooler, that solves the major issue. The only thing you've got to do now is keep the oil and filters changed. Change the oil every 5,000 miles, change the fuel filters every other oil change, and use forward filters. You've got to use forward filters. If you do that, these engines can run forever. I mean, they're good motors once you get rid of that EGR problem, and that's what has led to them having such a bad reputation, is that EGR cooler. But once you delete it, you don't have that issue anymore. So we're not scared in the least by them. We sell more 6.0 Power Strokes than probably anybody else on the internet. I mean, we sell a ton of them, and we've got a guy that works at the Ford dealership that comes in the evenings, and whenever we get new trucks in, he goes over them, checks them out. If they need whatever they need, he does it. And on 6.0s, if we get a 6.0, the first thing we do is delete the EGR. So we do that to all of them, just so you don't have to worry about it. Of course, in this one's case, it was already done, so even less to worry about. But like I said, see, we got the power sliding rear window, overhead console, just everything. So if you have any questions about it, give me a call. My number is 601-376-9869. Be glad to talk about shipping, about the truck, about pricing, answer any questions you may have. We appreciate you watching this video and hearing everything we have to say about this truck, which, you know, I think you'll like it. So once again, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi.